ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, right back to Etienne. Gets past one man, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
They're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run on first down. It's Bailey, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Bailey.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Marquez Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, a run with Etienne. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. ETN on the toss right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that,
pressure comes and the Bills block it. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Bailey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Etienne. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or lead.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossing. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's all. That's all. We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll run with ETN. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Bailey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get that complete to Alberto. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. The Jaguars on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. On third down, here's Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On play action, they'll throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Bills on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
On 2nd down, it's Benson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 8. Another tote for ETN. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll run with ETN. A 1st down and more, ETN. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's a give to ETN. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of